Hey, what is going on, guys? This is my review video of the DMAX RPS13 by STRIX ROG mod. This has been easily one of my favorite cars to drive in AC. It reminds me of my own S13 if I had a lot of steering log and a lot of power, but I don't. But it still feels the same in some ways. In this video, I'm going to be covering over my AC force feedback settings, even though it's pretty basic, just more so to clear up any discrepancies. My experience might be different than yours. Also, I'm going over, I wouldn't say going over, but giving out my setup for this car. I wouldn't say it's exactly perfect, but it's a good place to start your own setup, I guess. And I'm also going over the pros and cons of this car, so let's get into it. So to begin with, the pros of this car is, obviously, I've already said it before in the beginning, it reminds me of my own S13 in real life. It has that similar just feel to how an S chassis should feel in real life. It's just very predictable, smooth, and everything. Although it's not, it's really hard to say it's a one-to-one comparison to real life, because obviously when you're driving in real life, it's not you're focusing on everything the car's doing. It's more so you're focusing on the driving. So it's kind of hard to exactly say this feels like that and that feels like that. But for the most part, just the experience in the game, it feels like an S chassis. It should drift exactly like that in real life. Another pro to this car is it is gorgeous. Like, the amount of detail that has been put into this car is incredible. I mean, it's just from the outside to the inside. It's just, I've never really seen anyone else do this besides maybe Gentle Mind Performance. They do a pretty good job as well. But most other mods, it's like cars stitched together from this game and then like this model found online, and it's like they all just kind of Frankenstein together, while this one is just like everything just looks new, I guess, in a sense. It's not brought in from another game or anything like that. It's just perfect. Alright, let's get into the cons, and there's one really big one that is kind of unfortunate, and it's not the car, it is literally the tires. What you're seeing right now is me testing the Kuno street tires right now, and I lowered the steering lock in the front about 45 degrees, and you should be easily able to do this entry on me no problem. But there was just no bite in the tires whatsoever, and this is what comes with the original data folder, which I actually recommend getting the optional data folder because it comes with better tires and it overall feels better. But for whatever reason, just the Kuno tires aren't great. They just don't have any bite to them at all. The car just even looks slow while looking at this. It's just, something is just not right whatsoever. But here in a second you'll see what it's like with the Secret Drift street tires. I believe that's what it comes with. These tires feel much better, but there's of course one little thing about them that just bugs the hell out of me. Is the way they heat is so weird. I guess it's the only way to get it to feel right. It's like when you first go out and the tires are cold, there's like just no grip whatsoever. Like you flick it in and it's just like the car just wants to over rotate, which is not realistic whatsoever. But once you warm them up just a little bit, it's perfectly fine. But the Kunos tires, they heat up like they should. Like they instantly get red if you check the tire monitor thing, and these tires, they just barely creep up in temperature, which is just a little bit weird. It says their max grip is at 40 degrees Celsius, but it's like super weird to get to that. So in conclusion, this mod is personally my favorite that I've came across in AC. The only other mod that came close to this is the Downside Garage JZX100, and I want you to keep in mind that this is my own personal opinion. I've found that with AC that no two persons experience is exactly the same. It's just how it is. There are just many factors that influence the way AC feels. So with my setup, this mod feels like an S13, although it isn't perfect. The whole tire situation is unfortunate, but hopefully that could be fixed. I have tried the Toby's tire pack with this car, and of course there are grippy tires, but they just don't feel right. It's just like it feels like there's not enough sidewall grip. I don't know. It's like they just don't have enough like give into them. That's like the only way I could describe it. So I guess with that being said, the link to this mod will be in the description, along with the optional data folder, which I highly recommend. It's definitely better than the original data folder. Also, if somebody has a solution to the tire physics situation, please comment down below. I'd love to try your suggestions, or even if you have links to a better tire mods or whatever. So yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Also, please subscribe, helps me out, of course, yada yada yada, YouTube thing. And yeah, see you later.